Right, triangles. You know most things about triangles. Triangles consist of three sides: side 1, side 2, side 3. It has three vertices: vertex A, vertex B, and vertex C, and then also three interior angles: angle A, angle B, and angle C. So that's a triangle. Triangles can be classified in three ways. We can classify them according to their side lengths, right? So according to sides, we have scalene. Scalene have three different sides, so three different angles. Right, so that is not the same as that, it's not the same as that. It's called a scalene triangle. The second one will be isosceles. Isosceles triangle have two sides the same. With a base. Something you need to know about isosceles triangle is that the base two angles are then the same. We can use this, therefore there's a code for isosceles triangle. And the code for isosceles triangle looks like this. If you say that, you know that the base angles are the same. So please, if you use it, you need to show that. We also have, this is called the apex, for those who need to know. So the apex is the top part. The third one is then the equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle have all three sides the same, which means that all angles are the same. And the symbol for equilateral triangle is exactly that. Three sides are all the same. So if the sides are the same, we're talking about scalene, isosceles, equilateral triangles, and we'll use these two in codes. We can also classify them according to their interior angles. If we calculate them, if we class them according to the interior angles, then we have, first of all, where all angles are acute. So if all of them are acute angles, we have acute triangle. If one of the angles are right angle, which means 90 degrees, then we have a right triangle. And if one of them have an obtuse angle, which means greater than 90 degrees, so that is an obtuse triangle, it's an obtuse triangle. So that's it. So we can either interior angle or we can look at the sides. So looking at the interior angles or the sides, three ways of classifying. It's all about the names. The only thing that we're going to use in calculations is the isosceles. Isosceles, the two base angles are the same. Equilateral triangle, all angles are the same. The only other thing that we are going to use is the following properties, and I'm quickly going to show you the properties, and I'm going to show you, and it works out exactly the same. If I have a triangle, and it can be any triangle, this one just works easier. If I have this angle on a straight line, then all angles add up of a triangle. So the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180. And I'm quickly going to indicate that. I'm going to take this and I'm quickly going to cut off these two sides. And I'm just going to use so it's easy to see. So if I cut off those two sides, so just to show you, if I cut off this side and I cut off this side, okay, oops, and I take it to the other side, it will add up to exactly 180 degrees. So it means that the angle of a triangle, adds up to 180 degrees. That plus that equals 180 degrees. So what symbol are we using? We are using this symbol, the angle sum, and we just say this. Okay, that means that sum of the interior angles, sum of angles, and I'm talking about the interior angles, equals 180 degrees. The second one that's the same as this is the following. If I have a straight line, then I can say the exterior angle of this triangle, just move it up, the exterior angle of a triangle on a straight line equals the sum of the two opposite interior angles, which is these two angles. And look at what I say. So I say the exterior angle of a triangle equal the sum of the two external angles. And now I just proved it. That there equals these two together. And the reason is because together they give us 180, and also this line is on a straight line. So this needs to be 180 minus this, and the interior angles of a triangle is 180 minus this, which is equal to that outside. This is the symbol that we use, the code. The code looks like this. And it says that the exterior angle equals the sum of two opposite interior angles. So if I do that on a summary, this is what I need to know about triangles. I can first summarize them according to sides, scalene, isosceles, or equilateral, or according to interior angles, which is either acute angle if everything is smaller than 90, a right angle if one of the angles is 90 degrees, obtuse angle if one of the angles are bigger than. Then we also have the following. The sum of triangles, the sum of angles is 180. That's the code that we're going to use. Isosceles triangle, I have a triangle with two little lines through them. It means that the base angles are the same. Equilateral triangle, all sides are the same, which means all angles are the same. And now you should be able to calculate what that is. If all angles are the same, it means it is 180 divided by 3, so all angles are 60 degrees. The last one is the exterior angle. The code looks like this.